This conference will now be recorded.
Just share my screen. Okay, let's we'll complete the testing, then I'll come to your query. So I'm just trying to recollect. I hope we have created all the plans. However, let me check whether yes or no.
I don't think we've configured all the plans.
I mean, at least these plans. These plans.
I think yeah, okay, yeah. I think we've done this.
Yeah. So we'll see. However. Spouse, employee, child, spouse, employee, very child. Oh, okay, child. Here we can see. So all three plans we have created, and we'll proceed to test these plans. Okay. So do you want to test all the plans? Or is it okay if you go with one plan testing? Yeah.
How about, I mean, if you test it, so if you, did we configure the guaranteed amount for the on these, so the 250, 30, and 10,000?
No. Guarantee issue, it should process by the provider. This is not comparable, sir. So how much, okay, employee is going to get, that amount we have given. Guarantee issue is has to be, for example, okay.
No, I think if you go back onto the other screen,
Mm-hmm.
and then if you additional benefit plans.
Additional benefit, okay.
Here. Thought it was place you can't.
No. I got your point, but can you please help me again the requirement, since we had some break?
So on this one, during first time open enrollment or new hires, if the employee elects the voluntary life and AD&D, they get a life insurance for, they can select life insurance for up to $250,000 without having to go through like a medical exam.
Okay.
Now, if you select anything over 250,000, let's just say you select 300,000, your guaranteed issue amount will be active right away for 250,000. In order for you to get that additional 50,000 of coverage, you have to, like submit some form and there's some health questionnaire. You have to submit it and send it over to the carrier. And this came is Lincoln Financial, and then Lincoln Financial reviews it, and then they'll either say approve or deny it. If approved, then the approval letter goes to the HR person, and then he or she will go into Workday and approve it, so that way they can get a full coverage of up to $300,000.
Right. But okay, one question here is this guarantee issue amount has to be processed by the provider, correct?
No, it doesn't have to be processed. This is automatically all new hires. First time enrolling in benefit is automatically approved for this guaranteed amount, regardless of your age, gender, anything. You're automatically, if you select $250,000.
Select in the sense eligible if some risk happens.
Yep.
Okay. Just a second. 30, 10, 25,000. Let's take spouse, child. I think. Okay, we'll take employee 250,000.
I think if you
we have maintained this. No, we have maintained
benefit event type. That's where you'll be able to maybe do it.
So employee can choose contribute coverage amounts of this. No, sir. Okay, let me tell you one thing. Just refine the requirement. So we configure plan is employee can contribute 10,000 up to 50,000 maximum of this. Spouse and domestic partner can contribute 5,000 and up to 5 lakhs. But you are saying they should mandatorily have to get paid this amount at the end, right?
Yep.
Though the employee has paid
Now,
10,000.
if they select, let's just say they select 250, automatically guaranteed issued amount is 250. On the next open enrollment, they can increase it by $10,000 without having to go through the what is called the EOI, which is resubmitting the form and then waiting for the carrier to approve or deny it. If they select anything more than $10,000, then they have to go through that process. But of course, the max you can do is up to $1 million.
Okay. Somewhere we have maintained the maximum amount, I think. 1 second. Actually, as per my information, I mean the knowledge which I have, of course, I'm not that confident too. The guaranteed amount may not be captured here at worker level. The reason is, for example, what I'm trying to share. So here is
The guaranteed amount is if you go under edit enrollment event rule.
so this is how, for example, this also we created, right? When you say 2 times, 3 times of salary, what happens is system will calculate and now what are the 2 into 3 into you're selecting here, increment by 5,000. Okay, that amount only will be defaulted here. So okay, this is different, is based on the salary. Here our requirement is a fixed amount. Okay, so that's how here it will be defaulted. But your requirement saying
That would be, that would show up as a 250. So if you try the edit enrollment event rule.
enrollment event rule.
Yep.
Okay. We have not created it, but let me do one thing. I'll first create a coverage type for this benefit event, then I will take it to the event rule.
Actually, instead of event type, why don't you put just a new hire?
Up. Normally, new hires should not be worker selected, but I'm going to enable forward testing. Okay, I'm going now. Okay.
Now you can start a wave coverage. You can do the new hire.
So we're saying under new eligibility, we can define child, employee, spouse. Okay. Let it be on you.
Keep going to the right. On event date, coverage begins. And if you scroll to the right, they should have the.
No, this is the only values we have.
Projection begins.
No, I got normally you have a
Now,
concept
can you
called
see it
affordable.
from coverage rules maybe and see what?
Okay. Normally, what you are saying will fall here, but this is for affordable care act. Maximum amount, minimum amount,
EOI.
EOI.
So
Yeah,
this is
here
where
we
they're.
have an option, but I have never used this one. Okay, let me go to coverage rules. Either of this option. So you were saying you would like to show this number, guarantee you will get this much amount. But question here is, if guarantee employee getting this much amount, for example, then why we have multiple increments? Some employees may be contributing. Okay. This is employer paid benefit, correct?
This is employee paid.
Employee paid. Then
Yeah.
how much employer contribute?
Employer is not contributing anything.
Employee has to contribute, correct?
Correct.
Okay. So how much the employee has to contribute?
Well, there's always a rate. It's calculated off.
Mm-hmm. And if the employee, though the employee has done 10,000,
Yeah, they have an option. They can select an increment of 10,
mm-hmm.
right? If they want to only have a policy for 100,000, they can do 100,000. Anything below 250,000 during new hire or first time going through an open enrollment, you are eligible to go to select up to $250,000 without having to go through what is called the EUI.
Okay. So as I mentioned that evidence of insurability, Affordable Care Act, I didn't get a chance to work on that.
Yeah,
So actually
can
now,
you go back on the screen?
mm-hmm. Okay, definitely. Yeah.
Then it says level of change newly eligible. I think this is where you'd be able to.
Yeah, amounts can be maintained here. That is there, that it allows maximum amount. But I haven't tried, but let's give it a try.
So let's start with the newly eligible, the level of changes. So if you're the first one, now keep in mind currently waiving. If someone is waiving the life insurance and they waive it at the first, or currently waiving, but they do decide to select on the next
Mm-hmm.
open enrollment, they only can do up to $30,000 for employee.
Right. Okay, let's go with this. We'll see. Sorry, it's voluntary. In that case, we might need three different, right? Three
Yes,
different
you do
events we
need.
need.
Yep. Let's do
Okay.
the employee first.
Here,
So
when
the
you say
guaranteed
maximum amount
amount,
allowed, is it continuous?
so guaranteed amount without EOI, it should be $250,000.
So do you want me to enter the value here?
No, on the next one, it says guaranteed level without EOI.
Okay.
What's the error? Too large.
Just a second. Maybe. No dependency on this. Let's see some examples from this. No one has configured nothing on this. That's hmm. So as I mentioned, like these three as false for UI and ACA. Didn't get a chance to work on this part. So further, if you still want to understand, I can do some R and come back to you on this.
Yeah, that'd be great. This is where I've been Kind of getting
instead
a lot
of
of my, yeah.
holding and okay, no worries. Let's do one thing. The testing part, let's hold.
Okay.
Anyhow, configuration we have done. I will do further plan mapping. These levels of change will eligible. I will check and get back to you.
Okay.
So let me continue with other mappings, planning definitions, etc. So that we're good to test at least in next session. Is this our plan we created or someone?
Yes, that's ours. Not the standard one. What is the
Okay, okay. I think the other one might not be with us. Yeah.
yeah, those are the ones.
Okay. So you want to understand, like, can we show this amount to an employee? Hey, this is much you are going to get maximum, correct?
Yep.
Just a second. Let me see this way. So somewhere we can maintain the maximum amount. So that is contribution. Let's go 1 second. Not here. No worries. I will check on that, Richard. Instead of finding. Okay. Fine. So coming to another question. So employees going on leave, employee benefits needs to be covered. So that employer has to pay on behalf of employee, and then employee wants back, employee pay from the salary. Okay.
Yes.
I faced this issue, but not in Workday. But we have two solutions here. Normally happen two things. Let's say an employee going on vacation for. Oh, okay. Let's take this example. Employee earning $5,000 per month, in which his benefit contributions are around $1,000. Just taking an example. Okay, $1,000.
Yeah.
Employee doesn't work. An employee worked only for 5 days. 25 days he's taking off. The 5 days salary is not going to be compensated for all his benefits. Now, employee has two options. Option one, if the employee has some savings, he can give the one of the check to the payroll processor or HR admin saying that in my absence, the other benefit costs approximately. So please process from my check. He only paying the amount. Option two is he can ask the employer to support in his absence, and once he back to the job, he will pay from his salary. And these two things has to deal by the payroll system, sir, not the benefits. Benefits, we don't have any option to capture certain data. We will call it as prepaid pay, prepaid benefits adjustments. So what happens is, actually it's a completely brand new. Payroll team will create a deduction. So, okay, let's take two scenarios, just a second. payroll team, they will create one earning for the employee. Though the employee is off, they will process whatever the amount the employee has benefits, they process that amount to the employee. For example, let's say 300 US dollars he has to. The company, what they will create an earning, they will call it as advance. Okay, they will call it as advance. Through advance earning, they will process 300 US dollars. And these 300 US dollars, whenever it is coming to the gross or net, automatically adjusted into the benefit deduction. That is one option. Second option is employee has to give the prepaid check to the financial team or payroll team. So they will do the bank deposit. From that amount, they will maintain the benefit. Do you have in-house payroll? Workday in-house payroll?
No, it's ADP.
How ADP it is. Achha.
Yep. Yeah,
Okay.
the other option is obviously paying for it, and then when the employee returns, then giving the employee the option to deduct the amount either on the first payroll or spread it out over three payroll pay periods.
Yeah. So how, if you ask me in Workday how it works is, since I worked on payroll, 2014 era. Okay, no problem. Just to show you an example. 2014. Okay. So what payroll team will do here is, they will also call it as placeholder. This is part of payroll, okay? It's not part of our. Oh, she can't assign on her own payroll input. So one time, if the employer is processing right, sir, so that they will select OK. And how much ever the employee average benefits amount is it, right? Here they will give the amount. Which means a kind of advance you are giving to an employee, $300. Something like that. And then they will process the payroll. Automatically the $300 will be adjusted to the employee.
Got it.
Similarly, once the employee is back, $300 they have paid, right? That needs to be deducted. So they will create a deduction and deduct the $300 once the employee is back. So what they will do, they will run the payroll, pay calculation, recalculate. Okay. So if you see that amount will be processed here. Since we have not set up the entire payroll, not sure how it is working. So here you can see, currently I'm not sure it is processed. But here we can see that amount is processed $300 something, sir. And that will be adjusted to the employee paid benefits.
Okay. And then how would you configure the notification for someone that goes on an unpaid leave?
So you have to go to the absence time off. That actually we have to check with absence. But what we have to do is we have a business process which is called request time off. So here you can go to add notification. So here you have to write a condition rule. The condition rule should satisfy your unpaid time off. You have to think how to write the rule to ensure that notification should trigger only if the employee requested for particular time off plans. So and here you can give the content, what you want to trigger.
Okay.
Okay, here you can give the text body and then something like something like this, and you can give the full description.
Got it.
Something like
And then
this you can give, but
how do you build the condition rule? Like what needs to?
That you have to write a rule. So you have to group all the absences. So for example, let's see this. Time of type equal to time of type or event equal to whatever your time of types. Unpaid time of types, you have to group it here. What happens if the, for example, let's take this one. If the employee is any employee requesting this time off, this notification should trigger. Condition is mandatory and most important.
Okay.
Okay, you can try a straightforward, not that complex. For example, you can go any other business process, create condition rule, time of event or request. Assign all your unpaid time off here. Something like this. And attach this condition. Oh, something already there. Assign this condition rule to your notification. Okay.
I see. Okay.
Yeah, that's how we can do that, sir. But of course, please, I'm just giving a overview or external. How can we do that? But yes, thorough testing is required.
And this is part of the. This is part of the business process. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.